some more examples, more lies and narratives that they're trying to make happen or kind of coerce the audience into believing that the PC route is the way to go or that Xbox meant to do the things that they're doing. So without further ado, let's go.
Oh my God. Like, he already started off coping about PC, right, and Xbox, and now he's saying, what's it called, that PC is the best place to be when we all know that it is. And then he's trying to say, oh, Xbox didn't mean to do the things that they did. Nigga, then why'd they do it? Right? Like, what type of reverse psychology shit is this, right? I sent it. Okay, bet. I'll check it out after this video.
Go ahead and jump to it. All right, so like I said, what we're going to do is have our first example here. Of course, we got Gaz back once again. This just shows the pure saltiness and PM we have going on here. As you can see here, he states PlayStation Anywhere incoming. Sony copies Xbox to cater for the PCMR, which meaning the PC.
Wasn't this like 2 or 3 months ago when there was like a whole like leak about the PC, them having like a PC launch or anything? I mean, PlayStation pretty much is damn near Play Anywhere, right? I mean, you can play their games on PC. They didn't put their game on Xbox. They didn't put their games on Nintendo, right? Yeah, what the fuck was that transition? I mean, he has some silly-ass transitions. And like I said, and of course, he has the date hidden because this is some old-ass news. Yeah, old news as fuck.
Master Race is what he's referring to. And he's talking about, in context, a Zuby post and what PlayStation is currently doing, or in his eyes, supposedly doing, or going the route of Xbox Play Anywhere and such like that.
I mean, it's already happened. They've already put their games on PC, right? All of their tentpole titles are on PC. I mean, you know, now granted, they're not at the Xbox Play Anywhere, but I thought that like with their new Portal update, you now don't need a PlayStation to play the shit, right? You can just get a Portal and play that shit.
So the main point of this post is the hope, the delirium. The hope is the biggest word of them following the footsteps of Xbox because, again, like we stated multiple times on this channel,
and this is the funny thing about the hope. People are looking at the writing on the wall. They've done it. They've put their games on PC, and I'll say it again. They put a game on Nintendo. They put a game on Xbox, right? Like, how many times you have to learn this lesson, old man? Like, yeah, old news from the bald dude. I mean, this is insane. Come on now.
That makes them feel better. That makes them feel better about Xbox's failure in the hardware console space. That makes them feel better about their jumping over to the sidelines of the PC ecosystem. That makes...
And this is what I mean. All he knows is console warrior nonsense. Jumping over to the sidelines of the PC. Nigga, hush. The sidelines, right? The PC master race. We're in the clouds. Like I said, looking down on you filthy peasants, right? Fighting this made-up war, right? Just making fools out of yourselves.
Feel better about all those choices is if PlayStation follows suit. That's what they're hoping, wishing, praying upon, because
I mean, it looks like they followed suit. Oh, we're back here again. Yeah. Shout out to Razor Ultron, man. W's in the chat for Razor Ultron. Yeah. He's back. Yes, we're here again. New Year, same fanboys, right?
That happens. They're okay. There's some small semblance of a W right there, some small semblance of a win, right? And you know, they love it. I love to see it because it just screams pure delusion, pure copium, pure hopium.
And what this screams is projection, right? I mean, I could just tell you are so hurt. We got it. This is gonna be the first screenshot of 2026. He is so hurt, so hurt. I mean, these guys are still pretending like exclusives still matter, right? I mean, he's literally sitting here coping about exclusives not mattering. It still doesn't know how to make salt content. It is hilarious.
Well, right? That's all that is alluding to. But again, the antsy, I'm sure they're punching air every time they go to bed every night, sitting there seeing that PlayStation hasn't fully committed to no exclusives, hasn't fully committed.
You guys, I gotta play this shit back. You see how every single time it changes. It went from hasn't committed to hasn't fully committed, right? Yeah, they're not third party. They're not fully third party. Listen to this shit.
But again, the antsy, I'm sure they're punching air every time they go to bed every night.
Yeah, I'm sure Gaz is punching air while you have a tweet held on from him for years, right? Like this is odd.
Right, sitting there seeing that PlayStation hasn't fully committed to no exclusives, hasn't fully committed to bow out.
Yeah, hasn't fully committed, right? Because they definitely have no exclusive. Let's just be honest, right? Even though you guys like the modifiers and like to say timed exclusive and everything, You just keep on coping and seething.
Of the hardware space, as far as consoles are concerned, very upset about the whole ordeal. But let's keep going here. Next we have Ian Fish here, right? Lead coder on Kingmaker.
Don't worry, Razer Ultron. I won't crash out about the chargebacks. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that shit.
I'd love for them to reverse course and go back to having exclusives. Imagine if those dozen games were exclusive to Xbox. It might actually motivate someone to buy one.
Nope. Not happening.
I don't know, man. I don't think exclusives sell consoles, right? I think you should hang it up.
That's the case. So again, I will revisit this time and time again because it is the truth. It is my truth. It should be.
You see, this is what's funny about this guy. This guy wants to make fun of fanboys when he is a fucking fanboy. But when he finds a fanboy, right, coping, he empathizes with them, right? He like literally puts himself in their shoes and like gives them a hug, right? And there goes Potato Pam. He says, who's up for a Dono War? Filipino Sigs needs to hit the goal this week. Listen, you guys, please. You guys are gonna make me look bad. I need you guys to relax, right? But shout out to Potato Pam. I see Razer Ultron's on one, man. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate it, but relax.
Every gamer's truth, and that is that exclusives matter. The only fact that exclusives don't matter is if you're an Xbox fanboy, right? And you don't like the whole direction and trajectory that Xbox went to. And again, like we mentioned in our first example, they want.
So if you don't give a fuck about people paywalling games, so pretty much if you think it's lame for corporations to paywall games, that makes you an Xbox fanboy. Okay, go ahead.
Some sort of semblance of a win here. Or
you see how he keeps on talking about a win, right? But like, this is what I mean. Like, you're a console warrior. You're looking for a W. And you're trying to farm fanboys when you're a fanboy. Like, everything about this is just silly. Like, I don't know how you don't realize how goofy you look.
Want to make themselves feel better about the whole situation.
And shout out to Night of the Cypher. He says, shout out to Brandon Davis. Hey, wherever you are, Brandon Davis, I salute you, my brother. Shout out to Brandon Davis. Wherever he is.
Or B, it's the PC elitist over there, right?
God.
They don't like to wait for the.
Shut up, you filthy peasant.
And now now they're starting to take swipes at the PC guys. Like, I mean, this shit is just sad, right? Just stay in your little lane. We get it. You love PlayStation. You're a PlayStation dick rider, right? Let's quit talking about, like, they always want to take swipes at the PC guys, right? Let's see what he's got to say.
Those exclusive games, so of course they don't want exclusives because that doesn't benefit them. They wanted a PC because it's that open ecosystem that can do everything, that has everything applicable to them, and etc. Right?
And better, yeah, etc. Yeah, exactly. You don't even know what you're talking about. Boy, this is sad.
So those are the two camps that do not like exclusives.
I mean, I know PlayStation guys who don't give a fuck about exclusives, and it's funny. Whenever we look at the top selling games, it looks like they don't give a fuck about exclusives, right? Astro Boy done entered the chat. He said you guys don't care about exclusives, right? And Square Enix also entered the chat, and they said you guys don't care about exclusives either, right? So, I mean, I don't know why we keep on pretending like exclusives matter, right? I see two fanboys pretending like exclusives still matter.
Any PlayStation fan, or just most gamers in general, right, that are part of the PlayStation ecosystem or even the Nintendo ecosystem, and they will understand why.
Shout out to Francisco. He says, Six, I'm going to need that charge back. Hey, listen, charge it to the game, right? You guys need to relax, man. That's the last time I'm going to say it. You guys need to relax, man. Shout out to Francisco. Look at this shit. October 20th. Oh, damn, I didn't even peep. Yes, this is from October 20th. We couldn't have just left this in 2025, right? You know what I mean? Like, insane, right? And shout out to Razer Ultron. He says, here's for your 4 Filipino children that ain't born yet. Now you guys are just getting wild, right? Now you guys have just left the stratosphere, man. Shout out to Razer Ultron. I guess I'll just run with it, man. Shout out to y'all, man. And what up, Wonder Cast, man. Shout out to all Night of the Cypher, Francisco, and Razer Ultron, man. I appreciate it.
Exclusives matter. And that they do matter. And then it's not just a bragging or talking point. There's a lot of caveats behind that. So,
like
again,
what?
Ian being correct here, imagine if...
You see how quick he changed the topic right after he said there's a lot of caveats that make exclusives matter? Explain.
Those dozen games or so were exclusive to Xbox, we'd be having a different conversation. Unfortunately, what we allude to here, or don't allude to rather, is the fact that Game Pass Phil Spencer and the rest of the company and the messaging and all this other stuff that we could create a whole documentary on is why they failed.
Create a whole documentary. Yeah, on old tweets, right? You're so pathetic. Where's the support the dev? Which dev wants to only have their game available on one platform? That is a great point.
And they did not want to commit. They did not want to dip below that red line, so to speak, to try to garner that audience and get those exclusives and wait their time out. You have investors, you have this, that, and the other. There's a lot to unpack there, right? But again...
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack, but we all know that you have a like lower than room temperature IQ, so you're not going to attempt to do it, right? But you're going to pretend like you have some type of knowledge about the shit that you're talking about. Like, this is just goofy, right? I can't believe they're still talking about exclusives, man. I know. It is crazy. Yo, Six, I'm on a budget. If you get a charge back from me, please don't call me out. Yo. Can you guys relax, right? Like, yeah, you guys are on one tonight. Yo, shout out to Brutalness. He says, for real, we will ride you a bit. Thank you for the most daily streams. Happy New Year and have a good one. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Just though, I know you guys are joking, right? Shout out to Brutalness, man. Wow. Insane, man. Insane support. I appreciate it a lot, man. W's for everybody. Trust me. I know you guys are playing, right? I know you guys are, but when I be going back and editing this shit, I'd be like, oh my God, yo, these niggas are silly, man. But yes, holy W, man. I appreciate that shit, Brutalness out here. Really just bless your boy Six. I am not worthy, man. I appreciate you guys for real, for real. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the content, man. I give you another Yodelehu. All right, W's in the chat for Brutalness.
Ian Fish, he's correct, right? So imagine, if you will. But as we continue on, we got Boomstick here, right?
Oh,
folks,
God.
we haven't had Boom on this channel for a minute, but I just have to share this idiotic post here, right?
God.
And he states, industry insiders
Oh, God. And let me guess. And then he's going to bring up Jez Corden.
says next-gen Xbox is 4 times more powerful than the PS6. How much will the first ever hybrid console cost? And is Xbox holding all of the cards for next-generation hardware, right? What are we talking about all the time when we're talking about...
Nick, shut your ass up, right? It seemed like he an Xbox fanboy who getting hype for the next gen Xbox, right? The same shit you PlayStation guys do. Like, there's no way. This is literally like what you guys look like, right? There's no way he's gonna talk shit about this, man. Shout out to Razor Ultron, man. W's in the chat. Creature better write down X-Bolt's editing technique. Yeah, he better.
False hype, misinformation, leading the audience astray.
Hey, shout out to Machine XP. He says, y'all a bunch of goofy, silly willies. Yeah. At least, God damn it, Machine XP's like, I'll clear it up for you, Sigs. Don't worry, right? Shout out to Machine XP, man. But really, shout out to all you guys, man. I really do appreciate you.
It doesn't matter that it's more powerful. I love power. I want my console or any other rig that I'm...
Oh, so now power doesn't matter, right? But I see you guys talk about power all the time, right? Hat guy, say it for me, right?
Shut up, you filthy peasant.
I hear you filthy peasants talking about power and all this shit and my frame rates and pisser and all this shit. I see you guys talking about that shit all the time. All the time. Now it doesn't matter, right? You guys are silly.
operating a gaming device on or game on to be very powerful. That is great, but there's more to it than just the power. So if you're alluding to and hyping up your audience for just pure power,
he's coping.
How well does that work out for Xbox? The OG Xbox was more powerful.
Oh, brother, he is coping over this tweet, right? This tweet's from November 6th, 2025. I don't know if you guys can see the damn timestamp. Brother, who cares, right? I thought the damn thing was dead, right? You guys act like a handful of people are gonna buy the shit anyway. Who cares, right? Why does this get you so upset?
What happened there, right? The Xbox One generation was not as powerful, but it wasn't due to that. It was due to the lack of games, the quality of games, right?
Yeah, quality.
And we're looking at the Series X being more powerful. And how did that work out?
Oh, I didn't even know that the Series X was more powerful, right? I see all the consoles as weak and inferior, right? That's what I'm saying. I think it's funny that you know.
Shut up, you filthy peasant.
Like to talk about power, right? When you're playing on little gimped PCs, right? Little held back PCs, right? Closed ecosystem machines. I mean, I didn't know the Series X was more powerful, but he knows and he's upset about it,
right? it's not about just the power. It's not just about this, that, and the other. It's the whole package. You have to have the big primary ingredient for the concoction of a great ecosystem slash console slash hardware, whatever.
And what's that?
And you need to have that. That is called the games. Do we understand how...
Oh shit, be careful, buddy. You might want to get out of there, nigga. What games?
that works, Boom, or do you want to continue to grift and shill and fraud yourself out? Just kind of curious there, because again, this just screams like, hang
I mean, I'm looking, I don't see any damn games, right? What games is he talking about?
on there, more powerful than the PS6, guys, blah blah blah. I hope a hybrid console slash PC that's supposed to bring the power is more powerful
Oh, he's salty.
than a console coming out.
Oh.
Okay, that's how that's supposed to be in the PC
Oh.
ecosystem.
Yeah, and be careful now, right? Because now you're getting into PC territory, right? Hush, right? Just take the L, right? It seems like the people are going to get the Magnus, are going to get a hybrid console, whatever. I still would recommend a custom built PC, right? Regardless, but just relax, buddy, right? You're over here seething about the damn thing. The damn thing ain't even came out yet, right? Like, relax.
That's how that works. But again, we'll see what happens, right? The narrative is you get to play everything on PC,
Oh,
either legally or illegally.
yeah,
So
illegally.
we'll see, but a lot of hopium.
Yeah, a lot of copium, a lot of cope. Yes, they're going to be able to sell the high seas, right? And it's so funny that you talk about fraud, shills, and grifters, right? But every single time I see you up here, it's always,
Now's the time to shill out the funds.
well, whenever it's PlayStation, right? You love being in that closed ecosystem, right? You fucking shill.
And copium and lies here, guys, of what we're to expect. Now,
Well, what do you lie about?
we got some more delusion from Windows Central here, right?
Oh, God.
As you can see here, PlayStation
Isn't that what Jess Corden be writing on? Oh,
forced
shit.
Xbox to give up its exclusive.
Am I tripping, or does Jess Corden not write this shit? Hey, shout out to Cloak Audit. He said, just like the clip, PlayStation or I'll say PlayStation Nicks. Don't buy games. Yes, we know. We know they don't, right? Shout out to Cloak Audit.
Now it's coming for Xbox Cloud Gaming and Xbox Play Anywhere as well, right? When we're talking about how the streaming and everything works for the PlayStation Portal, if you are a PlayStation Premium subscriber, stuff like that. So they're alluding to that and many other things. But again, I love the victim mentality. How many times do we have to go back to that victim mentality? PlayStation forced Xbox to give up its exclusives. No, that is absolutely 100% incorrect. That is a lie. PlayStation didn't force Xbox to do anything. Xbox forced Xbox to do many different things.
Okay, but you literally started off the video saying the fraud, shills, and grifters acting like Xbox meant to do what they're doing. So which one is it? Did Xbox want to go third party because they wanted to make
Money.
or were they forced to do it, right? Yeah, yap. I mean, doesn't Jez Corden write this shit? Because like I said, I think we're hitting all the bases. We've gotten what's it called? We got Boomstick. Now it looks like we're covering, I think Jez Corden writes on Windows Central. I don't know, right? And now all we're missing is the catfish, right? Let's see if he brings up the catfish.
They made terrible decisions for the last 15 plus years, right? The time's going on. Father Time's not stopping for anybody.
Yep.
They've done...
Yeah, definitely not you. Right? Definitely not your old ass, right? Even though you like to dye that beard and pretend like you're young. All right, you old man.
the damage
You old dude with old news.
to themselves. They made terrible decisions. They've done terrible with their Q&A process for their games. They've done so many different things. They fed these mouthpieces like Colt and the rest of the army, right?
Yeah, there we go. And now we're bringing up, Colt must be next. Yeah, now we're bringing up Colt.
As far as what to say, how to
Right
say
on
it,
time.
how to allude to it, right? They're still...
Yeah, man, his mic is dusty. Yes, it is coated in dust, right? He's just a dusty old dude with old news, right? Every time, I imagine every time he sits at his desktop, he's just knocking away cobwebs, right? He's just a dusty old dude.
People fighting the good fight today, right? That's why we're here, because they don't stop with this misinformation. But it's just so bad. You have an outlet with many followers, and followers that either know it's wrong.
I was waiting for you to bring that up, right? Because that's what it always circulates around to, right? Followers, right? You always see about people who have more of an audience than you, but I mean, they probably just make better content. right? Your content is dog shit, right? And it's crazy that you get up here and try to talk about fanboys when you're a fanboy. It is so hypocritical, right? Like, it is astonishing to me.
Still follow anyways, or B, don't know any better and think this is truth. And it's not. PlayStation did not force Xbox to do jack. Xbox forced Xbox to fail and to make the wrong decisions, and on, right?
Okay, well, I'm glad you got that off your chest.
As we continue here.
Yeah.
In
I'm glad you got that off your chest. Good job, X-Wall.
that article here,
Must have been cathartic, right?
Jess Corden, as we can state here, we got a little bit more
yeah,
from
there goes Jess Corden. Yep. Look at this transition right here.
here. Jess Corden, as we can state here, we got a little bit more from it. PlayStation's new
This nigga be doing the craziest transitions.
Stream Your Own Game feature has over 1,000 titles, utterly destroying Xbox Cloud Gaming's Stream Your Own Game feature, although it is limited to a specific piece of PlayStation hardware, right? So again, do you see how contradictory this is, right? You
I mean, oh my. This nigga just hates Jess Corden. So even when he's like criticizing Microsoft, something you'll never do with PlayStation, right? Even though you want to call people frauds and shills, every time I see you, you're always, dick riding PlayStation. So even when he delivers some Xbox badge, PlayStation force Microsoft, as a stick up, hand over the exclusives, right? Even when he's doing some Xbox bad, you still have an issue with him?
have the title, and then on below it, it's like, well, they are, but they're not. Right? They are, but they're not. They're not quite there. It's only one device, but it's PlayStation's fault that Xbox failed. It's PlayStation's fault that they could not compete. It's PlayStation's
Yeah, and he should have never brought PlayStation. Now, Lord forbid he talk about PlayStation.
fault. They made all these terrible decisions and terrible QA and terrible this, that, and the other. It's PlayStation's fault that Xbox had to rely on these mouthpieces to sit there, lie, fraud, shill, and grift, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. A lie, a fraud, shill, and grift. Yes, we've checked that off, right? I mean, this is an X-Vault video. You're hitting all the bases.
That's what they did. But man, you love to see it. You love to see it, but then at the same time you don't. So again, that kind of alludes back
You love to see it, but at the same time you don't.
to what Gaz was talking about in the very beginning, right? With Zuby and the streaming and stuff. It's they're following the path, guys. Just wait. They're following the path.
I mean, you don't have to wait. It's already happened.
Just wait. Man, it doesn't even matter
Yeah, he's probably older than the dust. Yes,
at
confirmed.
this point. It doesn't even matter if in the future
Yeah.
that
Where's the catfish so I can finish my bingo card? I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping he brings it up. That would be the perfect way to round everything out.
were to happen. Xbox
What up? It's a hard knock life, man. Good to see you, dog.
lost. They're a third-party publisher. They'll have hardware.
I think PlayStation lost then too, right? Because last time I checked, it's a third-party party, right? It seems like all you guys are third-party.
This, that, and the other. They lost, man. It's over. It's done.
Shout out to Cloak Onyx. He says, I get the vibe. He's the tech guy for his local church with all those corny transitions and wardrobe. Yeah, I can definitely see him running like the PowerPoint. Shout out to the church PowerPoint guys, right? I can definitely see him doing that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Cloak Onyx, man. I appreciate it, my brother. I can definitely think he fits that. Now we got Gamer Live Studio, right? Wow. He says, not this clown again. Old man, old news, boring. Hey, listen, we had to catch up on it, right? I have to document it, right? Shout out to Gamer Live Studio. All right, we try to put some hot sauce on this hoe. We know it's very bland, old, and dusty.
It's done. We'll see what happens in the future, but that's the end of the story right there. But they don't
PlayStation will continue to put games on other platforms similar to Xbox, and you'll continue to cope about it, right? That's what's going to happen in the future, right?
like it. They don't like that. Now, Destin here even had to chime in here again. He'll be back and forth.
Destin Legary.
Flip-flop, this, that, and the other. Destin, okay, PlayStation, I'll bite. Tags a bunch of PlayStation stuff. Holds up the PlayStation Portal. PlayStation Portal is a great device, but I just, again, this picture just screams fraud, shill, grifter. We all know he's...
But you liked it. Then why'd you like it? Do you guys see this shit? Look at this shit, right? And this is the funny thing, right? Even when these guys are promoting shit that you like, this is just how much of a spiteful, bitter old man you are, right? Because you definitely don't like Destin Legary but you like PlayStation. So you liked it. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny that you say that, right? Because I swear I bookmarked a tweet. Let me see if I can find it. I swear, let me get on my X Vault shit, right? On my old, let me go to my vault. I could have swore I caught him shilling for this damn Portal. So to hear him talk about anybody shilling that shit, it's just a little bit ironic, right? Yep. Yep. Right here. Right here, right? So he sounds like a shill. That's interesting, and a grifter, right? Because look at you. What an amazing feature for this accessory. Affordable, streamlined, turn on and play, the cloud streaming, very low latency, right? I mean, I don't know, brother. You sound like a fucking shill, right? Destin Gary, you know, at least he makes content reviewing the shit and everything, right? You quote unquote call out fucking console fanboys when you're a console fanboy. So I don't know, right? But go ahead and keep coping.
An Xbox true green blood out there.
What up, Echo? Good to see you, dog.
Do anything for that brand, say anything for that brand, but he'll sit
like you in PlayStation
there and do this because he knows it gets some likes. Controversy is key.
Oh, you see? You liked it, nigga. And this is another thing that you do. You always seethe about other people who are more successful than you, right? Which I would have thought you would have gotten used to by now, right? I would have thought you would have gotten used to that by now because you're always talking shit about, you know, people who do better than you. That's all.
In regards to these frauds.
Shout out to Gamer Live Studio again. He says, okay, he's holding a PlayStation Portal. Okay, and boring old news. Yeah, literally. That's a great point. I'm glad that you brought it full circle, right? Because to be honest with you, I see past this nigga's videos, right? I'm more so talking about him as a content creator. This is supposed to be like a salty batch file, right? This is supposed to be the sad state of Xbox fanboys. Like, we're showing pictures of niggas holding PlayStation portals. Like, what are we doing?
Shills and grifters, and that's what they...
Yeah, you notice he didn't finish Destin's quote at but, LOL. Yeah, at bite, yeah. PlayStation fan, PlayStation Portal, PS5, PlayStation 4 forever. Yeah, it seems like he likes PlayStation, right? But you're just butthurt about this shit.
Love. But again, on the other flip side, yes, the PlayStation Portal is a great device. It is a great companion piece. Do not get this confused with...
of course, and this is what I mean. You're a fraud. You're a shill. I can't say you're a grifter. I think that word is overused, and I think people like you are really cringe and using it incorrectly. But you're a fraud. You're a shill. So, of course, you have to go out of your way to talk about how good of a product it is, even though I'll be honest with you, that thing is bullshit. 1,000% bullshit. Does he even know what salt is? Nope, not at all.
An actual handheld. This is an...
This nigga probably finds salt spicing, right? He strikes me as one of those guys.
Accessory. This is labeled as such. An accessory to the PlayStation ecosystem. This is a streaming/mirroring device.
Yeah, it's a streaming tablet. We know. It ain't hitting on Nathan. We know.
Works very well with the right internet. Works very well for single-player games, especially. Even with the best internet, I would not recommend playing online multiplayer.
Say that again?
Even with the best internet, I would not recommend playing online
we know, because it's bullshit. You can't do anything native, right? Yeah, it's trash hardware. Any cell phone can do the same. I'm glad he just said the quiet part out loud, right? While he's shilling for this device.
Multiplayer competitively, right? You're going to experience a little bit of lag and latency in regards to that. It's just not going to work out. I've tried this out time and time again with all sorts of multiplayer games. But again, single player games, fantastic. And some co-op multiplayer games might be okay as well. But really, truly...
You just said all the time it's not worth it. Yeah, the PlayStation Portal is the next level scam. I mean, he's literally sitting here telling you, even if you have the best internet, it's not going to work, right? I'm glad that at least he's telling that much, right? But I'll tell you, that shit is bullshit. $200 paperweight, exactly.
For the price point as well, just recently for Black Friday, this was down to $179.99.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and shill it, right?
Now's the time to shill out the funds.
While you're talking about shills, go ahead and shill it and let everybody know how the price was low and to go get one.
A great buy, great get, great companion piece to your PlayStation ecosystem.
Yeah, great companion. Way to use the shill talk. Yeah, way to shill. Way to prove that you're exactly what you tried to critique easily, right? And you did it within like 2 minutes of you saying the whole fraud, shills, and grifters, right?
If you can find use for this, which a lot of folks do, definitely check one out. But ultimately, circling back around, fraud, shill, and grifter, Destin is.
Yeah. Fraud, shill, and grifter. After he just like casually tried to tell you to buy this thing, even though it's ass when it comes to multiplayer games or whatever the fuck. I mean, this dude is a goofball.
Whatever. As we continue on here, we
Yeah, there's the fake cope laugh.
have one more piece here. This is Copium.
Okay, one more
to the
post.
highest
One more
max here.
piece.
I had to pull this back because it's just a little bit of deja vu. They thought they knew what they were talking about, and that's not the case ever. As you can see, risk it for the busted can of biscuits. He's stating, if one of the platforms, Xbox...
Wow. This shit is from 2023. Wow. This is insane.
PlayStation or Nintendo is to go the way of Sega and become a third-party publishing platform. Which one will it be? And of course, Nidley,
It looks like both of y'all niggas went to being a third-party publisher.
he puts in PlayStation as all three options, with PlayStation winning, obviously.
Yeah, goofball is an understatement.
But this is, if you pay attention, down below, this was back in 23, right? The
Yes, this was back in 2023. I mean, god damn. This is some old news, buddy. In internet time, this was a decade ago.
29th of August, back in the big 2-3, they were very confident, right? Just a couple years ago, basically, right? They thought for sure if anybody was going to lose the console wars, anybody was...
Oh, no, don't you do that. Don't you do that, because this whole entire time you've been talking about looking for a win, looking for a W, right? Like, you're not a console warrior. Get the hell up out of here. Stop it, right? You were engaging, going back and forth with them in this war, old man.
Going to lose footing, and the Xbox had the brightest future of the big three.
Oh, yeah, and that rubbed you the wrong way, as we see, right?
Here we are, fast forwarding to today, and they are losing to this little device that is very Connect-S called the Nextbox. This third-party Connect-like device.
It's funny that he says that, right? Because I also have a bookmark about this, right? That I see, and it's funny because they love bringing up the Nextbox, right? And I don't even know anything about that thing, right? But it's funny that they talk about that shit, right? Because they never bring this part up, right? Bam. Here we go. They never bring this part up, right? And this came from Frittata, right? Because as you can see, we had Nib right here. Nib was talking that shit about this outselling the Xbox in the strongest territory of the US, right? But sure enough, hey, and shout out to Deceiver, man. W's in the chat. Shout out to Deceiver, man. For real, for real. We have Frittata. Shout out to Frittata, man. For the week ending in November 22nd, the best-selling gaming hardware was the Nintendo Switch Mario World Kart bundle, according to retail tracking service. However, coming in at number 2 and ahead of the PlayStation 5, a slim digital 1 terabyte was the next Playground Interactive. But nobody talked about it, right? Because nobody cared and no one gave a shit. Only you console warriors care about that shit when you want to talk shit about Xbox, right? And it's funny how you guys never bring that up. So you can laugh about this all that you want. All I'm saying is, it seems like you guys...
We need war.
Seems like you guys need war, right? Maybe you should go after the next box.
Of all the irony involved, that's what they're losing to now. This is where they fell. The fall off definitely needs to be studied. It has been studied. We're kind of doing this Salty Batch File stuff as like think of it as a mini documentary series because we're looking at real...
No. And I'm not going to let you do that. Everybody knows who's the documentarian around here, and it's definitely not you. You're too late with the news, right? You could never fill that spot. Pause.
Time stuff. We're pulling up stuff from the past. We're pulling up stuff from the present. We're looking ahead to the...
Nigga, you never bring up anything from the present. Everything that you're bringing up is from the past, covered in dust.
Future. This is, in a way, its own documentary.
You are terrible at documenting. You're way too late with the news, right? Everything's done happened. People know about it already. By the time you show up with it, no.
Here, because we have so many receipts. They just don't learn. They haven't ever learned.
No. You're just a weirdo with a lot of these tweets from like 2023 saved in your fucking hard drive. Like, you're just weird.
Won't ever learn. They'll keep doing this until the grifting doesn't pay off anymore. The attention's not there anymore. But that's why we're here, to have fun. Look at these leaked holes, all that sort of stuff there. So I will wrap up the video here, guys.
I mean, was that fun? It seems like it was just you coping a whole lot of times, right? It just seems like the whole video was you coping about exclusives no longer mattering.
Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. A lot of craziness going on here, so I appreciate that. Every like,
Hey, man, you know what? Shout out to X-Vault, man. The old dude with the old news, man. Oh, man, this shit is hilarious. Okay,